Namaskar, I am Prakash, Astrologer, presenting you monthly forecast, month of August 2020. All the predictions are based on your moon sign, but you can consider all these predictions according to your Lagna sign as well. So all these predictions are according to Vedic Indian astrology. Sun sign prediction have no relevance with this particular forecast whatsoever. You have to know about your moon sign or you have to know about your ascendant. Then you particularly follow this prediction according to that for all of you. Monthly forecast, month of August 2020 for all of you. Month of August for Capricorn, 2020 August for Capricorn. Transit of Venus for Capricorn in 6th house. 1st August till 1st September. When the Venus is transiting in 6th house Capricorn, you come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Venus in 6th house from your moon sign. When the Venus is transiting in 6th house from your moon sign, this time period bringing some trying time for you. This period sees you going through lots of trouble in your undertaking. There's a chance that your enemies will try to tarnish your image and you might get involved in a fight with your business partner or your colleagues. You have to compromise with your enemies against your will. Avoid any kind of argument with your family members, particularly this phase. It is advised that you are avoiding traveling long distance. You are susceptible to face a lot of accident during this phase of time. Health would be requiring extra attention. You're likely to suffer from ill health, mental unrest, anxiety, fear, and may I say that this time period when the Venus is transiting in, may I say, 6th house from your moon sign, you have to be very focused what you want to achieve and hold on to your respect and honor in society. And this could be a risk, but don't take any kind of a unnecessary risk, particularly this time. Otherwise, you have to face humiliation. Useless discussion, litigation should be avoided when the Venus is transiting in 6th house from your moon sign. Transit of Mercury in 7th house, 2nd August till 17th August. When the Mercury is transiting in 7th house, you'll come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Mercury in 7th house from your moon sign. The transit of Mercury in 7th house from your moon sign, this time period when the Mercury transit 7th house from your moon sign, this brings in some trying time for you both mentally and physically. This period indicates illness. You may have to experience physical pain and bodily weakness during this phase of time. Mentally, you become restless, anguished when the Mercury transit in 7th house from your moon sign. A rise in mental perplexity and misunderstanding with your own people, with family members, friends, colleagues, superiors, as also indicated this time period. You may have to be extra careful to avoid any arguments and communication gap while dealing with your spouse, with your life partner or business partner, and also your colleagues, especially if you are working on a joint venture. Taking care to avoid any kind of situation where you may have to face humiliation. Be extra careful when you transit of Mercury in 7th house from your moon sign. Make sure there should not be communication gap between you and the people around you. Refrain from any kind of communication gap. You could feel more hassled as you're likely to face hurdles in your undertaking. Travel plan, if any, may not bring any kind of expected results. Could be troublesome, especially if you're business traveling. If you're doing, sometime expected achievements will not be there if you're traveling for business, especially this particular period when the Mercury transit in 7th house from your moon sign. Transit of Mars in 4th house, 16th August till 4th October. The Mars is transiting 4th house, you'll come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Mars in 4th house from your moon sign. The transit of Mars in 4th house from your moon sign. This brings in some hard timing, and may I say, it's most of you likely to face difficult time period when it comes to managing your old enemies. Mars transit in 4th house from your moon sign. Mars will bring in unexpected living conflict in your life, and sometimes your temper can be sky high. Sometimes your own actions are not in your control. You'll be surrounded by a lot of enemies. You're also likely to encounter some new enemies, old enemies, who could also be from your own circle of family or friends. People will test you. People will push you. People will test your fiber beyond your imagination. And people will push you around the bend. Some of you also befriend some wicked people whom you may suffer later on. Keep a close eye on your behavior. You might become a very cruel time period in this phase of time. And if you're not control of your temper, of your word of speech, you'll create a lot of huge problem for yourself. And some of you also go for some kind of a settlement with your own people. Your health would require attention to, especially blood pressure. And this period make you susceptible to developing a new fever or discomfort in your chest. Some of you also suffer from health issues related to trouble, blood, stomach. Mentally you remain worried, exhausted, under a spell of grief. Relationship will be demanding this phase of time. Make peace with your family. Don't start any conflict with your family. Make peace with your relative. Avoid any unnecessary sorrow during this phase of time. Hold on tightly to your honor and position in the society. Avoid any issue related to land, property, especially during this phase of time. Transit of Sun in 8th house, 16th August till 16th September. When the Sun is transiting in 8th house, you'll come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Sun in 8th house from your moon sign. When the Sun is transiting 8th house from your moon sign, this creating a loss and suffering in general. Be extra careful to avoid any unnecessary expenses. Avoid making important decisions during this particular time when the Sun is transiting in 8th house. Official decision, the answer is no. No financial decision, no official decision, anything to do with the court or legal decision, the answer is no. When the Sun is transiting in 8th house, don't go to court, don't go to important dates. Avoid taking any important decision when the Sun is transiting in 8th house, the answer is no. Support from your own people, support from the family member, even your own best friends, even your partner may seem absent to you. People will not support you when the Sun is transiting in 8th house. There could be a change in your work you do, possibility forcing you to let you go to your current position, change of job or profession. There could be a lot of traveling which will not bring any result for you, only stress. Consciously avoid getting involved in any kind of argument with your own people, with enemies, with your partner. It's likely to be totally fruitless exercise. Taking care of your health, you become physically health issues regarding stomach disorders, blood pressure, piles, eye infection, discomfort. You may develop needless fear, anxiety, and loss of honor, meaningless anxiety, restlessness during this phase of time. It's wise to avoid activities that involve a kind of risk to your life, thus to your family. A relative issue may come up unexpectedly, causing some worries, tension for you. Transit of Mercury in 8th house, 17th August till 2nd September. When the Mercury transiting in 8th house, you'll come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Mercury in 8th house from your moon sign. When the Mercury transit in the 8th house from your moon sign, during this phase of time when the Mercury transit 8th house from your moon sign, this mostly signifies wealth, success, prosperity. It indicates success in all your undertaking in projects. When the Mercury transit in 8th house, this phase of time you may expect a financial stability and financial gain, and your financial ventures, your business, your ideas will be materialized and you'll be successful. Socially, you would see a rise in your status, prestige and honor. People would respect you more and appreciate your knowledgeability and skill set, and your popularity would be rising with the Mercury transiting in the 8th house from your moon sign. This particular period also let you acquire a comfortable lifestyle. You're also likely to gain happiness from your family. You're also likely to receive happiness with the new member of the family. Your family life will remain happy, content in the phase of time. This particular period see a more alert, clever of you. You'll be able to use your intuition and intellect to make right decisions. Your enemies are likely to be defeated and will be mellowed down by your aura. Moreover, you also expect help from people around you, and the health would require your attention. You're also susceptible to fall sick. And this particular time period, you have to be extra careful. Taking care of your food intake and keep your spirit high to keep gloominess and unnecessary fear at bay. Transit of Mercury in 8th house can be tricky sometimes, so be careful. Thanks for watching this monthly video. Would you like to know more about what this coming month is going to bring for you regarding your job, business, profession, career, financial backing? Would you like to know how you're going to do in this coming month regarding your romantic life, love life? Would you like to know more about the events happening in this coming month? Would you like to have some guidance regarding your decision-making strategies or choices making strategies and how you can resolve your problems, complications, hassles, obstacles, waste of time, delays in this coming month. If your answer is yes, then what you're waiting for? Please get your very thorough Moon Sign Monthly Horoscope report on the video as well as written. And do visit my website, prakashastrologer.com. I want your best in this coming month. I want you to achieve the best in this coming month.